Hey guys, I'm here with another Sensei discussion. This time is basically just a pre-release of the Switch because the Switch comes out March 3rd and today is February 17th, so it's fairly soon. I think it's like 15 days or something. It's just Switch hype, and I'm here with Dylan from Dylan Frank, who's returning from last time.
Yay!
And of course, would not do this without him, Master Orceloyce.
Yeah, I'm kind of stuck here.
He never leaves. Anyways, so this one's gonna be a bit more just our thoughts, cause like I wanted to do a discussion because the Switch is almost out, but there's a few more news. But we're just gonna start off with just your overall thoughts on the Switch and if they have or have not changed since our last discussion. Orceloyce, do you want to start us off?
Okay. Well, my thoughts, I'm more optimistic at this point. I saw a few of the games, I checked them out, they look promising, and also their lineup. And I have quite a bit of hope, especially for the fact that maybe if the console is not as powerful, developer will make more simple games, like games for the 3DS that would then be exclusive for the Switch. So I'm optimistic, but still have a few concerns.
Alright, Dylan, do you want to go ahead?
Sure. From last time, I said I thought it was stupid. They talked about the GameCube handle, and I still support my thoughts from last time.
Me too.
Oh, the Switch. That's right. How could I forget? So,
is this in a GameCube discussion?
Yeah. No retro
and
games?
if you get 2 GameCubes, you can do dumbbell then up.
Oh, of course.
After you
Such
throw
a
them
good
at
use
the
for that handle.
Yeah.
So, how I feel about the Switch right now, I would say I would have to agree with Orce. Mainly because that, it looks like that's what it's going to be, that they're going to have a lot of those small, short games by indie developers, and, even for the big AAA titles by Nintendo, I feel like it's going to be just an overall good experience, even if it's not a powerful console. And I'm just looking forward to seeing what Nintendo and all the third-party developers have to offer for this very unique device.
Yeah, for me, I feel like my hype has kind of died, and I don't know why. I'm just, not as hyped as I would be for a new Nintendo console. Maybe it's because, there hasn't been a game that's really... Breath of the Wild, I'm really excited for that, but, that's the only game that's really, caught my eye. I guess Mario Odyssey, too, but that's not coming out for a while. For some reason, I'm just not as hyped as I thought it would be, but I think that the Switch, to me, it still looks really promising. I guess it's just maybe it just doesn't feel real yet, because it was announced, not long ago at all. And it still doesn't feel real that it's coming out so soon, because there's still a lot we don't know. But like I said, we'll just have to wait and see.
Yeah, maybe Nintendo has still a few more surprises when the Switch gets released.
Yeah.
Like the day it's released, they say, "Oh, by the way, here's an expansion pack for the Switch." It
Also,
will make
the
it
Switch
output in 4K.
Also, the Switch is a GameCube.
Oh, yes.
Here's the super crazy long day one update.
Oh, perfect.
Oh no!
Just what I wanted.
That's open up the box.
That's what the Wii U was like, though. Remember that?
Yeah.
We're all gonna open up the box and we're gonna be like, "Yes, can't wait to play Breath of the Wild." And then
Update.
5 hours later, okay, now I can play. Ah, darn it, the
now,
game's updated.
5 hours later, now I can update Breath of the Wild.
Exactly.
Oh man. I think once I have it in my hands, I'll be a lot more yeah, or something.
But I also feel like after a week of owning it, it's just going to be like, okay, it's a system I have.
Yeah, because like the only
I mean-
game I'm getting is Breath of the Wild, and I could just get that on Wii U. So it's like, huh,
Sure.
interesting. Anyways, so
So
also on the Switch, someone has it. So his name is Hip Hop the Robot, and he was on NeoGAF, and apparently he said that like the place he pre-ordered it from just gave it to him, like as a mistake, and he has like an unboxing video of he's just unboxing the Switch.
where's the place he pre-ordered it from? I
I
want to pre-order from them too.
Yeah, he didn't say it, but like he unboxes it. The box is very
But-
cool looking. I'll put on picture. I'll put on some pictures. And then he has a video of him showing like the whole interface. Have you guys seen that, or like pictures of the interface, and what are your thoughts on it?
Yeah. But the fun part about this is actually, he has it, but he doesn't have any game.
Yeah, he doesn't have any game.
He always just
have
has
fun
the
making
console.
like all your Miis. How do you guys
And
think the interface looks? I think it looks like very nice and sleek and simple. There's no menu. There's no
Big
menu music.
improvement. Big improvement over the Wii U.
Yeah. It
Definitely.
a lot of people say it looks like the PS4 menu, but I don't have a PS4, so
Oh, I have a PS4. I would say it doesn't look like the PS4 menu.
No.
I'm just reading what Gamnesia says. And they went into settings.
Interesting.
There's a lot of cool settings, and you get to have your own little icon. And they
Yeah.
show off the Mii creator, which is pretty much the same. Which I guess if it ain't broke, don't fix it. But
Yeah, it has a nice design, but to be honest, no one will really do much with the settings.
yeah.
You go in there, you change everything, and then bam. But now I have a question for you two. Since there are, I don't know if you guys have heard, but supposedly we will get multiplayer for older NES games
Yeah.
or general
we-
older games, and I
Yeah.
kind of
Oh,
want
yeah.
to know what you guys think, and would you also be interested if they go even further, like getting multiplayer for GameCube games or other games integrated?
So I remember Shine brought that up last discussion, but it was like, because they said something about it, like that was in like the list of like bonuses for the monthly thing. It was like multiplayer with older games, and I was like, what? Like that sounds just so like too. That sounds like too good to be true.
Yeah.
That sounds awesome. Like imagine playing like, I don't know, like the OG Mario Kart with like online.
My goodness.
How would they even do that though? And GameCube games like Melee Online,
Wow.
Mario Party Online.
4 Swords.
Finally,
I want
Yeah.
Zelda 4 Swords.
Yeah,
Online.
like that
Oh,
game. That
boy.
game alone is like reason enough to.
Well, when I
to
think
warrant
about
online.
when I think about it, it's like, you know, our dream come true, because then that makes recording multiplayer very easy.
Yes, it does.
Since we all have no in real life friends. Well,
Yeah.
I do. I have one, but I do a
I
show
don't
with him
lie,
already.
Frank. It's
Yeah,
not real.
Frank. Yeah, Frank.
He
Wait, who?
exists.
Who's your one friend?
Frank. You know the guy I do my show with? Yeah, that guy.
Sure.
Aren't you a solo OPer?
Yeah.
Yeah,
No.
It's just you.
You change your voice all the time. It gets a little bit confusing, but I'm pretty sure.
What the heck? Oh boy. I
Alright,
swear.
anyways.
it's you guys.
Speaking of
But for the
GameCube games,
yeah, that multiplayer thing. But I also just wanted to add for the subscription service. Didn't they say also something about giving
price.
you a free
yeah,
game
you get a free
per month?
Yeah, you get a
Free
free
game
per
for
month.
1 month.
Yeah, but you
Which
can only
is-
try it out just for that
yeah.
month.
Oh, okay, that makes a lot more sense. I was like, really, a game every month? That's
And it's like
that's
supposed
pretty
to
good.
be like it's supposed to be like an NES game or like a
Yeah.
Super
Yeah,
Nintendo game.
SNES game.
from what I
I'm
hear.
cool with that.
Well, I'm not sure. Since we have what PlayStation and Microsoft are doing, where if you have PlayStation subscriptions, you get one big game, a few small games for free, and you can keep them as long as you are subscribed to PlayStation Plus.
Yeah, but I mean, it's better than nothing, I guess. Like, I don't have either of those platforms, so I guess it works. I remember seeing something about the pricing for the subscription. I forget what it was. It was something like $17 a month or something. It was pretty cheap. Or not a month, I forget. I'll look it up real quick.
I think it was a year, maybe a year.
Yeah, you could pay for a year, I thought, or monthly. Like they give you an option, something like that. I'm not quite sure though.
It's not really as expensive, which is great. So
yeah, it's great.
That's why I'm also fine just having a game, you borrow. And as long as they keep the multiplayer working and they actually expand it further, like I really want GameCube games.
Yeah.
Mostly because I absolutely hated that you had to use the advance to play certain games together.
Right.
I just want to play Four Swords with without buying 4 GBAs. But this GameSpot article says that it costs 2,000 to 3,000 yen annually, which roughly translates to $17 to $26 per year, which is not bad at all. I forget how much the Xbox Gold costs because I'm pretty sure they've raised it since I paid for it, but there's a lot more than that.
I think PlayStation is at 45
a year.
Yeah.
So it's like
that sounds like right.
I'm totally fine with that. Like I already paid $20 a year to put my music on Spotify, so I paid $28 a year so I can listen to my own music on Spotify.
Yeah, it's here it's around 50 for 1 year PlayStation Plus.
Oh, okay.
Alright, so that's pretty good in comparison. And we alright, speaking of GameCube games, on the Switch, I just more rumors pointing that there will be GameCube games on Virtual Console. They said,
which would be nice.
Let me see.
That's really great.
There was an interview with someone, and they specifically asked one of the Switch producers if there would be GameCube games on the Virtual Console, and he replied with working on some things along those lines. So, I mean, that's not much to go off of, but
well,
I feel like it's gonna happen.
Yeah, it has to be. We
or
need
the
GameCube games. We need them.
Or the possibility that they're just going to remaster a bunch of them as Switch cartridges.
Yeah,
I mean, I could definitely see that being a thing.
Yeah, this would, like I said, the only thing I want for the GameCube games is that they work with multiplayer. They had
nice.
Such great games, and they just shot themselves in the foot by using the goddamn advanced. I absolutely hate this.
Well, then that would be all the more reason to do like a remastery of it because, thinking about it, it's like, well, how in the world are they going to add multiplayer to like a Virtual Console game, right?
Yeah, so that's the thing. Like, how would they even program that?
So remastering it would make some sense. There are different ways.
They have to kind of, since they still have the program, they just have to put in an exchange about the data, where the characters are and everything.
Are you talking about like couch multiplayer or online?
No, I'm talking about multiplayer using the internet.
Okay, yeah.
So it's kind of like you transfer signals from controller to A and B console, and you just have to check if the values of the game itself are similar. Basically position and everything. Okay. It could be done. And I think with older games it's much easier since there is not too much data.
Yeah, as long as that just seems so cool though, like playing. I'm just thinking about like the Mario Party GameCube games with online. They could do it for the N64 ones too. That would just be so cool.
I just want this for those consoles. This would be so amazing. And then I would be happy to pay anything.
I'd give my left leg.
No, really, because then those were amazing games, and I think this would be worth basically buying for a monthly subscription.
Yeah, and it would give me something else to play besides Breath of the Wild.
Well, there are a few games that will come out this year.
Yeah. Like 1-2 Switch, the best game to buy day one.
Yeah.
I'm actually Arms.
The game I'm mostly excited about is Project Octopath from Square Enix.
Yeah, that looks really good.
Oh, yes.
Like, I watched that again after our first discussion. I was like, yep.
And what I like, it's exclusive.
Yeah.
Yes.
And that's amazing. Because this is one of the things where I was like, yeah, Square Enix has actual trust in the system.
Yep.
Not like any other that they showed, where they are like, yeah, you can have this game, it's 6 years old.
Bethesda.
Maybe. Yeah.
Or that hopefully they don't pull a Ubisoft and be like, hey, here's this exclusive Rayman Legends. Oh.
Yeah, Bethesda does not do exclusive games, but I still wanted them to kind of show some of the newer games. No, Square Enix is not. So, since this is from, I think, the Tokyo Game Factory.
Well, no, I was just saying because,
Yeah.
And they did make the, what were they called? The Bravely Default games.
Those are good games.
Yeah.
For the 3DS, so I think they kind of work together. So I'm fine with this, and I also hope for some Final Fantasy again.
Yeah. Oh yes, I would love if they just like put all the Final Fantasy games together on the Switch, even though that will never happen.
Yeah,
not all of them, like all the ones that never appeared on Nintendo consoles. That would be nice.
Yes.
Well, not the newer ones. I mean the old ones. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I do. So another thing that I just pulled from all over the interwebs is 32 gigabyte hard drive. Which that only 25.9 is free because the rest is taken up by the operating system. Yeah. So basically just the same amount as the Wii U Deluxe. At least it's not the same amount as the regular Wii U, which was like 8 gigabytes. At least it's not that bad. It can be worse. 32.
It has a micro SD card slot.
Yeah, you can upgrade it, but
you know, just get a 256 gigabytes.
Much. I get why they had to do it, because the console is pretty small in comparison. You cannot put in HDD to get everything running. But I still 32. That's nothing. Yeah. My old PlayStation 4 has about 500, and it's full. So
yeah.
Especially when you have games like Breath of the Wild and then later Xenoblade 2, it's like, how are you going to fit both of those games?
And if we talk about Final Fantasy, I think Final Fantasy 13 is around 43 gigabyte.
Oof.
So
ooh, ouch!
You can't even put them on the console. That's,
yeah. Like I don't really get the only digital purchases I do really are like Virtual Console, obviously. For some reason, I'm the same with music. I just like having the physical thing, even though I never like use my actual CDs. I just listen to it on my phone. I still like having it, so it's not too big of an issue for me per se.
Well,
because I'm gonna buy most physical. Because like my Wii U hard drive isn't full at all. But like still, for other people, I can see how that's a big problem, because it's nice to download a game and just play it.
No, it also has to do with the access. Sometimes it's easier to basically put certain data onto your console to make them run faster.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I hope that the cartridge they use are fast enough so that we don't have to basically save additional data onto the console.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I know. PlayStation is so good about that, right? Save files are 20 gigabytes. Lovely.
Oh, you got the small ones.
Speaking of lots of space and things you have to download, this is just kind of a random thing, but it has to do with Breath of the Wild. I saw stuff about they announced an DLC for Breath of the Wild, and they're gonna have like a season pass.
Yeah.
And there's like a expansion pack. I've seen a lot of people that are mad. It's one of those things where like you see people, like you go to the Facebook article and then you go to the comments. The two top comments, the first one is someone be like, this is the stupidest thing ever. Like, why is Nintendo doing this? And the next comment is like, everyone's just saying this is the stupidest thing ever. I like it. So it's kind of divided, but like I think it's cool that they're experimenting with DLC for Zelda games because they've never done that before. And as long as it's not like a day one cash grab, I'm fine with that. Season passes are kind of weird, but I mean, it's whatever. Oh, I trust Nintendo to make like a good expansion pack for this game, and I've heard that it'll add early perks, immediate access to 2 ways of downloadable content once they're released during the summer. And I've heard that the content is like extra story arcs, which is pretty cool.
Yes. I personally don't have much of a problem with it. The only problem I see is the first DLC mentioned that you get a hard mode for the game.
That should be just like in the game.
That's stupid. I like if they do additional stuff, additional dungeons and everything, and additional challenges. Because dungeons do work. In every Zelda game you have basically the beginning where there's a lot of story, then you have the mid part where you go through each dungeon and you get little story bits but nothing that would change much. And then you have the end, so you can actually really put additional dungeons in there, so I'm fine with that. About the challenges, I hope they are doing the challenges right. I don't want to have Cave of Shadows 2 in this game.
Yeah.
I really want nice and interesting challenges. So we have to see what it will be, but for now I'm fine with it. And for me buying it all depends if Breath of the Wild is that great of a game.
Yeah. How I personally feel about it, I feel the same way. I'm all right with it. It's just that, to me, I think they announced all of that a little bit too early.
Yeah.
Because look how many people are upset about it. Because think of it this way. If we got the game, played it, it's out for a while, and we're like, oh, that's such a great game, I completed it, and then you hear, oh, we're going to add to it. Yeah. I want to play more of that game. Wow, a whole new extra dungeon.
Yeah.
They should have done that instead of say, oh, by the way, we're going to have this DLC.
By the way, here's a big chunk of the game that we're not going to give you. I know how that's how a lot of people look at it, but it's Nintendo's not the company to do that. They definitely I remember for Smash DLC, Sakurai specifically was like, we made these characters after the game was finished. Which
I see this too, but the thing about this is why they announced it this early, at least I think, is people are now going to buy the game and they are playing now the game. And if they enjoy it, they will immediately buy the DLC.
Yeah, and the Season Pass.
Right.
Yeah.
Because the Season Pass is like a pre-order for the DLC.
Yeah, but if you release it a little bit later, everyone will be done with Zelda. And I think less people are going to buy it, so I think that's the thought behind it.
Yeah.
Yeah. The way I see
it's like,
you can go.
Oh, sorry. I don't know. It's like maybe they should have waited a little closer to the launch date. I mean, because it's just mid-February, so maybe if they set it like toward the end of February, a few days before release date, to help the excitement a little bit.
Yeah.
Because now it's like everybody's going to be having negative thoughts when they're going to be going into the game. and then maybe they won't enjoy it as much as they would have.
Yeah, I guess.
I had so much fun, but those goddamn missing dungeons.
I don't really see, I see it as more as like what I've heard it's gonna be as like extra story arcs, which to me sounds cool. Like, what if you play as a different character? Dun dun dun.
Ooh.
Chic side
You're
mission.
going into our uncharted territory. My goodness.
Now I'm getting my hopes up. Anyways, speaking of Breath of the Wild, well, are you guys hyped for Breath of the Wild? What are your thoughts? What are you most excited about? Just anything Breath of the Wild.
I'm ready to play some Zelda.
I feel like we don't know enough. Like, it comes out so soon, but like we still don't know much.
We don't need to know anything. All we know is that it's a vast world to explore, just like the first one. Mm-hmm. It's kind of like going into the first one without knowing anything.
I like it though that they're not telling
experience.
us. They're not telling us too much, which is great. Like,
yes.
I know they purposely try to avoid a lot of story spoilers, so.
I mean, come on, think about it. How fun would it be, like, oh, I know how to play this game. There's a secret hidden path here, here, and there, and there, and there. If you know all of that on the first day of playing.
Yeah.
That's no fun.
They also, did you guys see that video of Link, like, buying the horse? That was kind of cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
Silence.
that's like the only game I'm going to play for a while on the Switch.
Yeah, for me it's like, it's a new Zelda game, but it's in March. Yeah, they also are going to release Horizon Zero Dawn, which I have been known for now over a year, and I'm excited about, where they release Nier Automata, which is such an amazing game. I played the demo and I absolutely love it. And then we have Zelda, where I don't know much, only that it has a lot of influence from Skyrim and other games. So
yeah,
it's a little bit hard to say. I really hope that Zelda will be the next big amazing game, but it has a lot of
hype to live up to.
Yeah. And also there are other games which seem to be amazing that come out at the same time. And also, I mean, this is the first big Zelda game we get since
Skyward Sword.
Yeah. And a lot has changed in this time.
Mm-hmm.
So,
oh goodness, so much.
I really
changed.
wonder how the game will hold up against now current games which are considered masterpieces, like for example Witcher 3.
Yeah.
Will it hold up to the story? Will it hold up to the gameplay? Will it hold up to everything? So this game has a lot to live up to.
It does. It's definitely not going to be bad. Like, I could not see this game like flopping. The thing is, it's like, is it gonna be good or is it gonna be amazing? And that's what we'll figure out, I guess.
Yeah. I mean, the other thing is, like, because I think about some of the complaints that people had about Ocarina of Time, right? And one of the big complaints they said is they hated running through Hyrule Field.
Yeah.
And it's like, and then you look at Breath of the Wild and it's this gigantic,
there is
massive
fast travel, though.
world. There is fast travel, yeah.
Yeah, there's fast travel.
But I feel like it's, you know, the developers made this massive world to explore, and then everybody will just, like, do fast travel. And
yeah, I hope it's not just a massive world for the sake of being massive, because I hate that shit. I hate just, like, what's the point of all these mountains if, like, there's nothing here?
It's immersive. You feel like you're there.
I haven't
just go right out.
Got into an open world game in a while. I tried to get into Fallout 4, but it didn't really grasp me. So I haven't like done open world since like 2011 when I got Skyrim. So we'll see.
Yeah, but this time you can run around a gigantic field to get to another gigantic field to get
The Legend of Zelda, gigantic field. Dun, dun, dun.
The sequel to Breath of the Wild.
Gigantic.
Well, what I like are maybe they have random encounters a lot in the game.
The combat seems very like fun, like all the stealth stuff.
The stealth stuff, yeah, but the normal combat, I'm not sold on it right now. With sword and all the other weapons, I'm not so sure if it's really that one great thing.
Yeah.
But yeah, it looks quite simple. Which
I mean, what I was...
Sorry,
you go.
That made me happy was when I watched the last trailer and I saw that Link parries an attack and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I hope that the combat itself has a lot of depth as well.
Yeah,
and
me
it's
too.
not just being there and hey, yay, I won.
Oh wait, I gotta heal. Pause menu, like mash the food button. You're right. Like the more I think about that, the more I agree with you, Orceloyce. That just doesn't feel like it should be in a Zelda game. Give me my hearts. I hate that.
I want
like
potions.
It's like I'm gonna die. Oh wait, I have like a bag full of cheeseburgers.
I think they showed something like that when you were climbing up. Link was climbing up. He lost his or he was kind of
stamina?
getting a horse and lost all his stamina. And then like
and he just ate
pause
food.
menu. Yeah, we're gonna eat this and this and
yeah. That's like one of those things where it's like you could tell they're like taking inspiration from an open world game when they don't need to be. Like just because like Skyrim and open world Bethesda games and like all those games do that doesn't mean that you have to too.
Yeah. That's like the only thing I fear for it is that it's going to be that this is going to be like a step in the wrong direction.
Yeah.
Because I'm about to say something that's going to get me crucified. I know this. Like, this is how I feel.
Dude,
It's
I got
like
my
it's how I
cross
feel
ready.
about. It's like how I feel about Paper Mario and Paper Mario: The Thousand-Year Door.
Best game ever.
Like, yeah, this is what I mean. It was a good game, but I felt like it opened the door that led everything into the wrong direction.
Dylan, I'm getting my nails ready.
That's what I mean. See, I know I have a really, really bad opinion. And it's the same thing how I feel about Breath of the Wild because, I'm looking at it and I see, okay, it's, it's different. But what I fear is that this is going to open the door and they're going to change how they play all the Zelda games. And that there'll be like no more potions or fairies ever again.
The thing with Thousand Year Door was Thousand Year Door is basically just the original formula enhanced. So when you get to like Super Paper Mario, that's when they start changing stuff.
Shh, relax, Josh. I have a whole theory in the works. You'll see what I mean. You'll see.
The game theory. But anyways, going back to Zelda, like I don't want it to be like a step forward, 2 steps back kind of thing. It still needs to be Zelda. Yeah.
I'm not trying to be pessimistic about it. I'm just saying I feel as though it will lead that because they did say they wanted to challenge the series to see if to make changes to it. And then I just keep getting flashbacks of Paper Mario Sticker Star and Color Splash in my mind.
Yeah, I agree that like
please no.
Yeah. Well, because I remember when they first showed off like E3 this past E3 when they first showed off Zelda in like full. I remember like the whole time I was watching that gameplay, I was just looking for like nods to older Zelda games because it just didn't feel like Zelda to me. And like every time there's like a little nod, I was like, yeah. It's kind of like out in a TV show when you're in the late seasons and they like throw back to something that happened way in the past. You're like, yeah, because like it feels so different and like I don't know. I just hope that it still feels like a Zelda game.
Yeah, I had the feeling all the way until I saw the last trailer. The last trailer kind of gave me hope. And I think, or I hope that they keep the dungeons and all the Zelda stuff in there, but they added the open world.
Yeah.
So it's an addition and not only something that changes everything. But yeah, I absolutely hate that we don't have potions.
Yeah.
The bottle is the most awesome item ever created.
Yep.
And that they just...
It's
I'm
an
sorry,
excuse.
go
It's
on.
like an excuse to put every like healing potion into one item space.
I remember Ocarina of Time. Every time I got a new potion, it was like, yes! Different. I get an item in a dungeon, it's like, yeah, new item. But a potion, oh my god, if I get a bottle, oh, hell yeah.
The other thing it looks like is that there's going to be no more magic for this game. Like, instead it's being replaced by technology.
No,
it looks
they
like
have... They
have
wands.
magic?
Yeah.
Wand. They have wands.
is-
Okay.
There is a fire rod that they already showed.
Oh,
But,
okay. I didn't see that.
It works like all the
Never mind.
weapons. It kind of has durability, so you
wish
use
there was
it,
an
use
ice
it, and
It's
then
because because I saw the Sheikah tablet and they were like saying, "Oh, you can do this with that and this with it." And I was like,
Yeah.
great." But no, if they have all of that coming back, okay, never mind. I'll just shut my mouth and forget exactly what I was about to say.
All right.
Yeah, but
well,
I feel better about that.
I think.
See, this is why we do these.
Yeah. So I think that's it for Zelda. We're gonna
not
have
really.
we're gonna have a Breath of the Wild discussion after we play it.
Yes.
But
Wait,
I think
then
that's
I have something else. What do
Yeah,
you
go
guys
for it.
think about the durability system of weapons?
I don't like that either.
Nah.
So weird.
I feel like it's an unnecessary like not really con, but like an unnecessary thing to make an unnecessary like obstacle. Like
All I have to say is that if the Master Sword
has
a
10
durability.
durability. Use it 10 times. Oh,
dude,
no.
my Master Sword. bro.
it looks rusted on the artwork. So it's like they could do that, and that bothers me so much. Because it's like, I want my sword to be a sword and not have to worry about it breaking.
Like, the only
Please.
way I could see that work is if the Master Sword, you can't break it, but like if it loses its durability, it's just like a regular sword or something like along those lines. That would be okay. But I just hate weapons breaking because it's like I found this great weapon, now I don't want to use it because I don't want to break it. So, oh, you can go ahead.
I was like, I don't know if they have a way of repairing them or not. So
Yes.
I assume they would.
I really hope
better.
they don't mess this up. Since I know I play a lot of RPGs, and for example, in the Dark Souls series, they got durability. But the more it goes on, the less important it became.
yeah.
It's still there, but who cares?
Yeah.
And
Plus you can repair it easy.
with the new game Neo, which came out a week or so ago, they had an alpha demo and where they had the durability system, and people complained and they removed it from the game, and it works so much better.
Yeah, it's like unnecessary
Right.
to me. Anyways, is that all you guys have to say about Zelda for now?
I have
We
to
love
say a
Zelda.
lot
Please
more,
don't mess
but,
this up, Nintendo.
You know,
Yeah, so we'll do a discussion after Breath of the Wild releases, just our first thoughts. Have you guys pre-ordered Breath of the Wild?
Yes.
Alright, so we're all getting it day one, so that's good.
no.
No?
No, he's not getting. Ors is not getting it day one.
Oh, okay. That's
I have to wait until it's
Oh, yeah.
delivered.
I have Amazon Prime, so I'm getting it March 3rd. But anyway,
I have Prime as well, but I'm not brushing it in his face. Whoops, I just did. Ouch.
yeah. So do you guys have any last things you want to say about the Switch?
Well, I feel like this was the Switch, and then it became the Breath of the Wild, and now we're going back to the Switch. Well, just a comment about how, in my mind, it's still hard to believe how small it actually is.
Yeah.
Because, in the video that we talked about, in the beginning of this video, they just show you, like, setting up the whole thing. And I still cannot wrap my mind around how small it actually is. Even the
is very
docking
small.
station is small.
Yes.
It just like blows my mind every time I look at it. I'm like, whoa.
Like when you take the Joy-Cons off of the console, it just looks like a really small tablet.
Yeah, I got like a small tablet like that lying around somewhere. And I'm just amazed by the size. I mean, it's like, for crying out loud, it's like you could even make the docking station portable.
Yeah.
Just add a handle to it.
Perfect.
But
Anyways.
yeah, I don't know. It just... my mind's boggled by it. Everything's getting smaller. And larger all at the same time.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So,
Perfect.
to close this off, would each one of you give your games you're most excited, your games that have been announced on the Switch that you're most excited to play, and your top 5 games that haven't been announced that you want to see on the Switch?
Top 5. That's demanding.
It's the price
Well,
that's the price to leave.
that's the price to leave. Otherwise, we'll be here forever, starving, wondering whenever we can escape the wrath of Sensei Josh. All right. I can do this. I can do this. Well, I am excited for Breath of the Wild, obviously, but I'm also excited for Mario Odyssey. I cannot lie about that.
Yes.
That would be my number 1 pick, probably is between those two.
Alright, and what unannounced games you want to see?
Well, since they're unannounced, it's like I'm taking a stab in the dark here. Let's see. I definitely want to see Final Fantasy come back to Nintendo. That is a definite. It's been far too long. Final Fantasy needs to come back there. I also want to see, like, maybe another Paper Mario game appear there.
A good one.
Yeah, a good one. I mean, I don't know, at this rate it could be Paper Mario Construction Blocks.
Paper Mario?
Goodness.
This isn't Paper Mario anymore.
I also want to see maybe another Pikmin game.
Yes.
The rumors about this Pokemon Stars everybody's been talking about, which is still a rumor, but so I guess I would take that as counting as an unannounced game. Maybe. I would like to see that be a reality. So that's 3. Think, Dylan, think. What else can you say?
Yeah, a lady with a gun in space.
Yeah, a game about a lady with a gun. Yes, I need to see that be.
Just like really lonely.
Yeah. And
her name is Metroid.
Yeah, yes. Another Metroid game. I would actually like to see one of those on there.
Who wouldn't?
And also this last thing is going to sound really weird, but bear with me. So, a while ago, they re-released a bunch of Sega games on the 3DS. Now, I am a Sega fanboy at heart. I will not lie. I am. I grew up with a Sega Genesis or Mega Drive, depending where you live. And, I was like, oh, now if only they could have, made something like this, because I know they made something like that for, like, PS3 and Xbox 360. I have that. But I also would like to see, like, a return of Sega, like, working on some more of their old and forgotten franchises and IPs, like Streets of Rage as an example, or Golden Axe, and then just putting it all on the Switch. I wouldn't have it any other way.
All right.
Yep, I told you. That was weird, what I just said.
No, I think that's a very good...
I'm going to be crucified.
Yes.
I know it.
All right, Orceloyce, give us your...
Okay, I will not go the easy way and say Breath of the Wild, because that's a giving. But the game that I'm mostly looking forward, except Breath of the Wild, is Project Octopath.
Yeah.
I love the art style. I love that it seems to be a turn-based JRPG. It's Final Fantasy, but new. So I'm really excited about this. Now, 5 games that I would like. Metroid. Definitely, I want a new Metroid. A Metroid that lives up to the name.
Federation
but-
Force 2.
Other games that I really want to see, maybe another Bayonetta game.
Oh,
That'd be
Also,
nice.
or if they could bring back the Wonderful 101, which was amazing.
Yes, I heard that was a
Oh.
really good game.
Yeah, it's
definitely.
really amazing. And yes, games like that. And the other games I would hope, Final Fantasy, of course. I want some of the newer Final Fantasies on the Switch. This would be awesome. What else? It's kind of really hard, but maybe something like Doom would be great.
Yeah.
If Bethesda would bring them out and be like, yeah, here you got Doom,
Mhm.
or
Would that be just like the Doom 2016 port,
Yes.
or would that be like the
Ooh, that'd
next
be nice.
the sequel to Doom 2016?
no, it has to be
Nah.
Doom 2016, since we need all the Doom.
Just every
And
Doom. I just beat that recently. That's a great game.
yes, it's so fun.
Shout out
And
to
happy.
Mick Gordon for the
It's
music.
happy.
Yes,
and
destroy
sunshine.
Hellblazes.
That's the best game to play when
Hellblaze
you're
Demons
angry.
is sunshine and happy.
And what I also want is kind of, again, from a third-party developer, EA, for the love of everything, give the Switch Mass Effect.
Yes, I could see that actually.
Yeah, I hear that.
I kind of want this, the newer games as well on the Switch. I think
Yeah.
this would work quite well.
So,
Yeah.
all right, on to me. So, my most anticipated announced games, obviously, Breath of the Wild goes without saying. Next would probably be Xenoblade 2, actually, because I'm just playing through the original right now. And I'm really hyped for that. Project Octopath, like Orceloyce said, the art style just, sold me in that. And Mario Odyssey and Splatoon 2. And King Boo and Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. Just King Boo. That's, the only thing I care
Okay,
about in that.
now you just have to mention 1 to Switch and ARMS, and you got the whole lineup.
Yeah, I know. That's the thing. I was, thinking about, all the games I want. I'm like, well, it's just, all the first-party games minus 1, 2, Switch, and ARMS.
Bomberman. You
And
forgot
my-
Bomberman. How dare you?
It's not a first-party game.
No, but it says Super in front of it. Maybe a callback to Super Bomberman. I don't know.
Anyways, my top 5 unannounced are
Sweet to
Oh,
4
there's-
Switch.
Mother 3. Smash 5. Pikmin 4. Please give me Pikmin 4. Metroid, new Metroid game. Preferably a Prime 4, but a 2D one would be pretty cool, I guess. And Luigi's Mansion 3. That's it really. And maybe a 2D Mario for shits and giggles.
I think 2D Mario, we got the Mario Maker.
Yeah. That's just a more I'd like to see them do something super different with it. But I doubt that
I
would
don't know how
happen.
I mean,
they'll
they
be able
now
to port
have
it over to
opened
the
the
Switch.
path.
Yeah. Cause I feel like if they really try, they can make a super. It doesn't even have to be innovative in a gameplay sense, because the core gameplay is good. You don't have to change that. Just give us a new art style and have us be able to play as Wario and Waluigi. That I don't know. That just sounds so
Yeah.
cool to me.
And use motion
64
controls.
Maker.
No.
Motion
Oh
controls.
my god, no. But just give me Metroid, please. Please. Because, anyways, so that's really it. Switch hype. We're gonna have a post-release, basically, for both the Switch and Breath of the Wild, 2 separate discussions. Just our first initial thoughts, and then I'll probably do a solo video on it. Think of a legit review. or something. Who knows? But thank you, Dylan and Orceloyce, for coming. Do you guys want to plug your channels or something?
Problem. Oh, sure. So, I am Dylan, and my good friend Frank isn't with me, who does really exist.
He does not.
He is a real person.
So, all right. So in the link
He's
in the
like the
description,
cake, a lie.
there is a GoFundMe link to get Dylan into a mental asylum.
Yeah.
No.
Please. Me and Orceloyce have been saving up for ages. We would really like your help. He really needs help. The sooner you can do that, the
or
better.
I'm just too talented. I'm so talented I can just throw my voice. And you see, every video, I record it twice. Yeah, that's how it works. No.
I need to tell you about a video after this.
Oh, right, sure. So, Dylan and Frank channel. We have randomizers going on right now, and while this video's being recorded, we just started up Kingdom Hearts Dream Drop Distance, so if that's something you're into, you'll get to see Majora's Mask randomizer and that all at the same time.
They're really funny.
Nah, we're just delusional. So, if you like, a really happy person and a really depressed person getting together and talking about games and life in general and having weird stories about stalkers and stabbing people,
so my channel,
I guess we're the channel for you.
Wait.
Them out, they're really good.
A depressed and a happy person. Since we established Frank is not real, is it then a neutral person?
Yeah, secretly I'm
Dylan
not very
is
happy.
bipolar. Oh.
Yeah, like super bipolar. Haven't you heard I have PTSD? Prone to happiness disorder. I mean silliness, not happiness. What the heck? Well, yeah, that's enough about me. I'm too weird.
Yep.
Okay.
Orceloyce, do you wanna?
Yeah, there's not much to say.
Sonic
Supposedly, I do upload videos. Or I should.
If
But
you
no,
want to watch
more.
Orceloyce like torture himself, watch him play Sonic Boom.
Yeah,
Like it's not even like him just like, oh, I'm gonna pretend to be like down so I can get views and people think it's funny. No, it's literally him like dying.
Yes, I get depression when I play this game. I got Sonic Boom currently running, as well as Dark Souls 3 challenge run, where I beat every main game boss at level 1. So there's that. And for projects that are coming up pretty soon, there will be the Kingdom Hearts challenge, where I play with Ouija Shine throughout the whole series on the hardest difficulty, which will be fun. And
Should
also I will, sure.
Neat.
The more the merrier, the more pain.
It's only
And
because we're doing dream job. Just whatever. I'll shut up.
and also what's coming pretty soon after I'm done with Sonic Boom is The Legend of Zelda, The Wind Waker HD.
Nice.
Not sure if I will do
nice.
challenge or 100% at this point, but it's coming up. And it's going to be stupid.
Actually, I do want to ask Ors one thing.
Yeah.
Sure.
So you say you're going to do Wind Waker HD.
Yes.
Well, on my channel, we have Wind Waker in Japanese. And we haven't finished that yet.
And then I'll do Wind Waker HD in Japanese.
Perfect.
Anyways, so that's it for this discussion. Stay tuned for the post-release and Breath of the Wild afterthoughts. Again, thank you for my two special guests for coming, and I'm gonna go get lunch. See you on the flip side.
Bye.